right, y'all. Today I'm just going to do a little follow-up on some modded vehicles and one repair. But so that's the Bongo truck, which is made out of a 4-gear pit kit, one of the Dodge tradesman's vans. Those are actually can be lit. There's a bezel in there and a slot to put a bulb for an extraction. And no, not on this one. That's the other one. But yeah, came out all right. That was the first 4-gear I put together. The brushes on that didn't want to go down in the pockets, but yeah, it took way more work on that back window area, back right around the top. I had to do a lot of body filler because they're like grooves that run down the length of the van. So I don't reckon I'll be doing another one of those. It's okay. The paint job ain't great, but it's good enough. It's good enough to run on the track. So, and then the next one is a Blazer that I chopped down. I thought it would be easier to make a pickup out of one of those Blazers, but that ain't necessarily so. The window material back there, I just had to cut it high and then file it down low. Then I had to put another piece of plastic in the back down at the bottom because there was that bottom lip was actually like really too thin to cut off. So I just glued another piece of styrene plastic on there. I messed up the windshield when I was cutting it. That windshield plastic is a lot more brittle than the plastic that they use to make the body. But this one actually is, if you look at the front there's some clear bezel headlights. And it is a flamethrower chassis. There's the little tab holes there where you could solder a bulb on. I might try that later on. If I find a good sized bulb that fits. I have a couple, but they were too big to fit in the socket. So, like I said, I still need to, didn't come out the greatest on the back, that matchup, but yeah, it's good enough to be a runner. And I wanted to paint something orange, although that orange paint was not Tamiya paint. The blue was Tamiya. It dried real good. This one took probably 8 to 10 days before it wasn't tacky anymore. So it's good now though. And taking the pieces off before painting, I didn't have to paint the grills, and they look really good. Then we got the old pitiful petty blue Ford Fox body hardtop that I two-toned. So it was all blue. I took it back apart and masked it off, and I found some real good tape to mask that off. Now the paint was dry for well over 2 or 3 weeks. So, but the paint I used is this stuff right here. I call it PCB tape, printed circuit board. So when you do modifications or you repair traces on a motherboard and you're running wires, you use this kind of tape to tape it down. And I believe it's Mylar, but it's super thin, and it allowed me to get a nice clean two-tone. So I'm happy with that. I put some silver rims on a new 440 chassis, or 440 times 2. That'd be a good little runner. I don't know if I should do anything else. I should just leave it alone because it looks good enough right now. But this here tape, let me see if I can start some. Any of you custom painters out there, G-Bud, Matt, you might want to look into this stuff, because let me cut some of it off. cutting myself, hopefully. But that is what it looks like right there. It is super thin. Like I said, I believe it's made out of what we call in electronics world mylar, but you can see how thin that is. So I just pressed it down with my fingernail. I didn't even have to use any tools, and it's fairly low tack. It's not crazy sticky. And like I said, it didn't take off any paint. Put it on like that, nothing. It's good stuff. So if you're thinking of putting stripes or, you know, trying to do a two-tone, investigate that tape, because I know about every masking tape that I've tried to use takes off that blue stuff. It rips off paint off the plastic. So the last one is another ideal truck. Finally finished it. Put some new guide pin, new pickup shoes. Got a fresh bulb in there. Although this battery's almost dead. That's a noisy devil. But it does light up and it does work. So, in this, the Fox Body Mustang, of course, was made from one of these, from one of those Tyco jam cars, just like the Scotty Mustang I did, and I can't remember what the other one I did was, but I junked that one out already. That paint didn't come out good, but so you get some of these jam cars and you want to make something else, you can make something else out of them. Like I said, you could find them dirt cheap. I haven't looked for them, but there we go. Update to all the modded cars and repaired cars. And that's it. Build you a little different variety without spending a whole bunch of money trying to break my truck. All right, y'all. Have a good one.